Sandeep, what are the priorities for wealth managers as they look at using different types of technologies?
Wealth managers in the digital age are looking at constantly improving technology and their delivery capabilities. Some of the things that we find a lot of conversation with our clients about system capabilities and their needs are around managing and understanding costs of customer acquisition, costs of transaction capabilities, costs of client retention, and determining the percentage of dropouts that happen on transactions. What I mean by dropouts is that you ask a client for a transaction, if he says a yes or a no, it's easy for the relationship manager, for the organization, and so on to execute and move on to the next step. If he says, I want to think about it, or I need to take some more time to think about it, at certain points in time, systems need to be better able to tell organizations whether to continue pursuit of that or not, because it becomes a huge time factor and a draining factor for an RM. An RM might have 50 clients, 30 of them say yes, so he executes on that. And then he spends the rest of the time chasing down those 10 who said no or maybe. And that detracts him from better servicing those that said yes. So in fact, the guys who make decisions quicker get less attention from clients, and that's what wealth managers are trying to find out, how systems can help, how they can be more responsive in understanding these trends, how they can be more responsive in analyzing RM behavior, client behavior, and other things to allow them to progress better with scale and size amongst clients.
So given that technology itself can enable most of what you've discussed, why is it so difficult to achieve these objectives in reality?
A lot of our clients find that they've got siloed systems that don't go across the 360-degree view of the client, so they might not get everything in one place. They also have challenges that there's a lot of data accumulating and there's no ability to mine it. So those are the two areas where we find, because of our end-to-end seamless system, which is comprehensive, which is modular, the client can start with Lego building blocks, build on top of it, but each of the blocks connects through to the rest of it. And the second part is, once you've built all of it, there's ability to mine it through use of SAP's BO technology, which we're a strong partner of, or Microsoft's reporting services, and build and mine into that to get you the right information at the right time.
And how are wealth managers trying to overcome these hurdles?
They're looking to constantly now get into a dynamic state with their systems rather than a got it, I'm going to use it and stay that way state with their system. So there's a lot more dynamism we see amongst the buyers, as well as the systems evaluations and other processes that we go through. It's a rapidly changing world. Today I was talking about technology in the digital age. Everything's going paperless. There's new things every day. We've done 16 versions over the last essentially last 10 years, but I think we'll do 16 versions over the next 3 years as part of the rapid technology change that goes through, right? And it's going to change because of various business forces, dynamic forces, and so on and so forth. And then again, a lot of the client behavior is also driven where they're coming from. Where we see a lot in the UK, they're willing to go outside and do a SaaS-based model. Other parts of the world, they still want an in-house deployed model. So that, again, adds complexity to their data needs and other needs as well.
Sandeep, how have the various regulatory restrictions, especially relating to cross-border information, impacted the types of solutions and approaches being taken?
From a data housing standpoint, there's a lot of flexibility amongst the developed regulator, so there's not that much of a challenge. But if you're doing business in multiple jurisdictions, you've got an increasing amount of reporting challenges that you need to be able to tackle. And that's becoming what used to be easy to do from a manual standpoint, becoming much more and more complex, because the delivery itself has to be electronic. So there's an increasing demand for our systems which work for that. We've done 10 of the top 10 fund/investment managers in the UK are using a compliance reporting tool that we've done for investment compliance with the new jurisdictions, with the new UCITS 4 and 5 rules, the alternate investment fund manager disclosure rules, and we'll continue to expand on that suite to be able to do well with them.
And what developments have you seen in terms of the way that the delivery model is evolving and adapting?
I think it's the evolution in the digital age where a lot of things are a lot more iterative. Nobody wants a 12-month implementation plan. They want 3 4-month implementation plans or 4 3-month implementation plans where they can look at focusing on a few things and moving forward with them and going to the right next step while having something out there for their clients as well as for their workforce to be able to use as they go forward.
Sandeep, to what extent is the mindset within organizations now different to help drive through technological change?
What we've seen as a trend in the last few months is that there is a lot more top-down approach from or the successful projects are those where there's a lot more management involvement. They want to see the goals. They want to meet the business goals. And we've worked well with our clients in being able to do that. As you know, the entire industry is under a lot of fee pressure and therefore cost pressure. So while technology is a cost, a lot of our clients are seeing that as also a strategic tool to deliver beyond what is currently possible for their clients and therefore enable more of it. But that's only when there is relevant buy-in at the top management level along with forcing it down at the middle and other management level to adopt and using the right tools and techniques to adopt it rather than just have it enabled and then forget about it. So that's I think a good evolution process. It's happened more because of the digital world where there is need for constant change versus being just passive about it. So I think it's to do with the fact that now even investment and fund managers are active managers rather than passive managers, given whatever be the time, and that communication cycle with the clients happens so that is the same way with technology providers and the clients.